books gave me clarity. I will share with you what they are and why they helped me. First one, and I'll do it in the order of how they were revealed to me. First one is Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. You might know a more popular book of his called Start With Why. This is a sequel to that book, or it's really more like a prequel because this is something that you actually do before. Well, kind of maybe, but it's way more impactful than Start With Why to me because it's very practical and you can actually go through here and do the things that it says and walk out a much more clear individual finding your why. This changed the game with me because it gave me the meaning behind my doing, me realizing that every single thing that God had happen in my life was connected and I am not an accident. Like having an understanding of why you do what you do, why it matters to you, and how you can incorporate that into your daily life day after day after day is super valuable because it gives you the ability to be completely fulfilled no matter what season you are in life. So that was game changing. The second one is A Million Miles in a Thousand Years by Donald Miller. This book really revolutionized my productivity, which is interesting because this is not a productivity book at all. But this book explains how, when you view your life as a story, things change. In that book, the author, Donald Miller, who this is a true story that's really happened, he wrote a best selling book prior to that book. And the people who read that book, somebody who read it wanted to make it into a movie. And they went through the process of turning it into a film, but they started changing a lot of things that were in the book. And he was like, hey, look, this book, which was a memoir, so it was about his life. He's like, this is not what happened in my life. Why are you changing up the story? And the filmmakers share with him, like, hey, Don, here's the thing. Your life's kind of boring. You don't have any conflict. You don't have any character that wants something. You don't have any of these things that make any story interesting. And it was at that moment he realized he had lived a life that was good to write about, but not good to see on the screen. And he made some key decisions on how to turn his life into a story that was worth watching. So that was revolutionary because when I understood that, I was able to approach my life in a way that I saw each day as a story. And when you approach your each day as an episode in your story, the way you frame your life is different. The way you approach your life and objectives is different. And it made me a way more productive individual. I will get more into that on this channel because I can't explain it in this quick live here that I'm putting up. Here's the third book. And I did it in this order. So start with Find Your Why, A Million Miles in a Thousand Years. The third one is The Practice by Seth Godin. This book is so good. And it's like an easy read because essentially it's like a whole bunch of short little blog posts. Like it's not like a chapters type of thing. It's a really fun read. And this is about shipping creative work. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I'm not creative, or you don't identify as a creative. Some creatives don't like this when I share it because it makes them not the special snowflake that they think they are. Everyone is creative. Everyone is creative. Now that creativity manifests in different ways. All creativity is you taking something that is on the inside of you and making it on the outside of you. You have done that before. I promise you. You've had an idea and you made it physical in real life, whether that is rearranging a room, whether that is creating an Excel sheet that uh, help organize data, whether that is doing art, whether that is writing a song, whether that is doing a podcast, whether that is making a video or a TikTok. You are creative because you have something that's on the inside of you that you want to create outside of you. Now, how does this relate to the practice? Shipping your work. Lots of times, because of this social media age and wanting to be perfect and don't want to look silly and don't want to do things not the right way, lots of people are creative and no one knows because they never ship their work. They never put it out there. They never actually give someone the opportunity to benefit from it. Raise your hand if you've ever done that before. You're like, oh yeah, I made it, but I didn't tell anyone about it. I did it, but I haven't shared it. I made the podcast, but I never published it. Like all these different things. And this is about developing a practice of shipping your work. Finding something, finding someone who you are called to serve in this world with your life and creating something and being able to say, here, I made this. I hope it helps. That is revolutionary. Having a contribution in this world is key to you feeling complete. It is right there in Genesis 1. God created us to do three things. He created us to create, He created us to connect, and He created us to contribute. Create, be fruitful, and multiply. Connect. It is not good for man to be alone. Contribute, have dominion, subdue the earth, tend to the garden. If you're not doing one of those things, you're going to feel like a piece of you is missing, and it's because it is. So these three books were like just super duper transformational. Find Your Why by Simon Sinek, A Million Miles in a Thousand Years by Donald Miller, The Practice by Seth Godin. If you want these books, just comment, send me the books. I'll send you my Amazon store link. I have the books in here, and I'll send it to you. But this is really important because of the movement that I am starting when it comes to clarity. And let me just ask you this. If someone, you came across them and they were explicitly clear on who they were, whose they were, and who exactly they were called to serve with your life, would you say, oh, okay, that's normal, that's fine, that's regular? Or would you say, wow, that's admirable, that is astonishing, that is rare? Most likely you would say, that's rare. And why is that the case? Why is there a whole generation of people who are actually lost, who don't know what they're supposed to do, who don't know who they're supposed to do it for, and don't know why it actually matters? This is a problem. It's a pandemic. It is especially prevalent with this younger generation. And it's prevalent with everyone, but we're trying to make change with this generation that is coming up because they are going to be the people who are influencing society at large. I'm going to need your help to do this. This is why I'll be going live on YouTube for the next 27 days straight, kind of explaining this because I'm going to need your help to have this movement take off. All I'm asking for you to do is subscribe to this channel, share this channel with somebody, or go to buildyourvisionpodcast.com/community, or just go to buildyourvisionpodcast.com and click the community tab. It'll be something there called Visionpreneur School. This is a community of people who want to make impact and income with their ideas, insights, and influence, but need clarity. If that's you, or if that's somebody that you know, or you want to be a part of this movement because you see how it makes a difference, I encourage you to sign up. It is free. I'm not asking you for anything. This is just the greater good. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want these books. They're all great. I recommend you read them. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.